welcome to Calvin's Got Game, our Christmas edition of 12 Games for Christmas. He's going to do 6. Let me introduce my son Andrew. He's going to do 6 games. I'm going to do 6 games. We're going to do these games in no particular order. These are just games we think that are fun and we think that you and your family would like, or your board gaming group. I'm going to start us off. My first one is Blokus. A little noisy there. Blokus Trigon. Blokus is a strategy game where you're trying to put these pieces on the board. It's made by Educational Insights. It's for ages 5 to adult, 2 to 4 players. This is a really fun game. We have a good time playing it. I think you guys would too. Check it out, Blokus.
My first game is Magic the Gathering. It's not a traditional family game or anything, but it's fun to get invested in. It's really fun. It takes about 20 to 45 minutes to play a game. You need like 60 cards in a deck, stuff like that, and you can buy like starter packs. It's made by Wizards of the Coast, and it's really fun to play.
Okay, great. Okay, Andrew, what's your next game?
My next game is DC deck building. It's DC Comics wise, so Batman, Superman, all your favorite DC heroes. It's made by Cryptozoic Entertainment, and it's from 2 to 5 players from ages 15 and up. And it takes about 30 to 45 minutes to play. Depends on if you're learning the game or not. It's really fun. You start off with a certain amount of cards in your hand, and then there's a deck for allies, equipment, other things like that, and there's a supervillain deck. And you want to be able to defeat all the supervillains, and once they're all defeated, the game's over.
Yeah. It says 15 and up on the box, but I think even younger can play it. I don't know why it's 15 and up. I think it's pretty easy to learn. 8 and up can probably play it.
Even if, yeah. Yeah,
well, it's a good game. Alright, my next game is Incan Gold. Incan Gold is a family favorite. It's a pressure luck game by Griffin Games. It's 3 to 8 players, ages 8 and up, and it takes about 20 to 40 minutes to play. What you're doing here is you're going through a temple, and you're pressing your luck by cards that are being turned up, and you're trying not to get caught by a zombie, a rock slide, fire, a big spider, snakes, all kinds of stuff. And then each turn that a card is turned up, you get 2 cards in front of you. One is to continue on in the temple, and one is to run back to your tent. If you run back to your tent, you get to keep all the jewels that you collected along the way. If you continue to move on, and the second bad thing that comes out hits you, then you lose everything. So it's a pressure luck style game. We really enjoy it. Incan Gold. Okay, my next game is the Game of Things. This game has 300 hilarious topics. What you're going to do is each person is going to write an answer to a question that is asked of them, such as things you shouldn't do with glue. There's a lot of things you probably shouldn't do with glue, but you're going to write your answer down on a piece of paper. You're going to give it to the person that's asking the question, right? And then that person's going to pick the best answer. This game is by Hasbro Games. I think it's for 4+ players. You can have probably as many as you want that you can write down answers for. They got some crazy questions here. Things you would like to do with chocolate. I will have to say that this is an adult game. This is not for kids. This is an adult game. This could be a little crazy sometimes. So there's nothing really inappropriate in here other than probably people's minds. But if you keep it clean, it's a lot of fun. Parker Brothers and Hasbro put this game out. It's a great game. Check it out. Andrew?
My next game is Lost Legacy. You might have already seen it on another video. It's made by AEG. It's published by them, at least. It's from, what, 2 to 4 players?
It's 4 players, yeah. 2 to 4.
And it's a fun little quick card game. It's a filler game. Kind of get something in between the games that you're playing, just so you're not bored while you're waiting for the other games to get set up. There's like 16 cards in the game, and it takes about 5 minutes to play. It's really fun, though.
Okay, Andrew, what's your next game?
My next game is Betrayal at House on the Hill. It's from ages 12 and up. It's 3 to 6 players, and it takes about an hour to play. It's a mostly co-op game. Towards the end, you're going to get somebody that is the traitor, and they try to beat all the other players, usually. But you also, going through the game, you start off and you build the house as you go. You draw from a tile deck that's random. And once the traitor has been found, the house really kind of stops building as much, and you're more like trying to run from the traitor. Depends on what the traitor is.
And depends on what you have to accomplish.
Yeah, there's rule books for the survivors, so-called, and then there's the rule book for the traitor. And they go in separate rooms, read them both, and you just have to figure out, and nobody knows what each other's doing till the very end.
And it's got 50 different endings.
50 different endings, yeah.
So the replayability on this thing is awesome because the house is different every time too,
every single time.
So it's pretty cool. Alright, he went for a semi-co-op. My next one is a full-on co-op. It's Flashpoint Fire Rescue by Indie Board Game in cards. This thing right here is just an awesome game. If you like being a firefighter, this game is for you. I think it's from 2 to 6 players.
It is.
Like I said, it's fully cooperative. Takes about 45 minutes to play. In the box, there's a family scenario. It's a family board game setup scenario, so it's not real hard for the person you're trying to teach the game to. And then if you want the harder game, which sometimes we have a hard time with the family setup, but if you want the harder game, what you're doing is you're trying to put out fires, trying to rescue the people inside. Just a solid game. Check out Flashpoint Fire Rescue. I think it's great for the family. Okay, so my next game is Trailer Park Wars. Guys, this game is silly fun.
Crazy.
You get a bunch of these rundown trailers to put in your park, and you draw 3 different cards to name your park. One may be called Chicken Neck Leisure Estates. I mean, they got some silly names for these things. This is by Gut Busting Games. It's for 2 to 6 players. Ages says 13 and up. I think you can even get younger than that. And it takes about 60 to 90 minutes to play. Comes with a bunch. Comes with 100 little bitty plastic flamingos that you're trying to win. Cute game, lots of fun. I think your family really enjoy it. Andrew, what you got?
My next game is Machi Koro. It's like you're building your own town, basically. What you're doing is you start off with your 2 little basic establishments. It's like a bakery and a wheat field, yeah. And you're trying to earn money with those wheat fields by rolling dice, or the bakery, by rolling dice, and you get coins off of those cards just by reading the card, and it'll tell you how many to get if you roll that number for that card. Like a wheat field has a 1 on it to roll. So if you roll a 1, you're going to get 1 coin per wheat field that you have. So you start off with 1, so the first turn you're going to get 1. And then you're trying to make money to build your major establishments that are just allotted points or allotted coins on the way.
And that's how you win the game.
That's how you win the game. Once you build every single one of them, and you can build them in any order you want, so you can start with the most and end with the last one if you want. It's just a fun game. It's from 2 to 4 players. It takes about 30 minutes to play, and ages 10 and up.
It's by IDW?
And it's by IDW Games,
right.
Yes.
And what I like about this game is you really have to pay attention to everybody else's turn, because they may roll the dice that you get to collect on, because some of the cards are, you know, either way. You can do it just on your turn or if someone else is rolling it. So it's a really fun game. You got to pay attention. I like that you're not just bored sitting there not doing it. Hey, I did a video on this game. If you want to learn more about it, go check it out. Calvin's got game Machi Koro. Okay, Andrew, what's your last game?
My last game is a co-op game, of course. It's Pandemic. There's also a legacy style to this game as well, if you want to make the game and change it up a little bit. It's from ages 8 and up. It's pretty accurate with the age. You couldn't probably go less. I don't know.
No.
You can go it's 2 to 4 players, and it takes about 45 minutes to play. It's a very, very fun game. It's really team oriented. You have to talk out how you're gonna use your moves. You only get 4 moves a turn, and that's curing diseases, moving to other places, and moving to other spaces, of course. Yeah. And it's just a fun family game.
And each character has their own special abilities, so that makes it pretty cool. Only thing is with this game, in a lot of these co-op games, is you get sometimes an alpha gamer, which some people that sitting here on this panel with me have a problem with. But it's a very fun game, like Andrew said. I think this is probably one of my favorite games, even though it's not horror or a zombie game. I really enjoy it. You're trying to cure diseases, and there's 4 of them in there. Man, this is just a blast. Go check that one out. This is a home run.
Super fun.
All right, for my last game, I'm going to go with something that you can pick up at any major chain, any box store out there. Monopoly Empire. Do you like to play the regular game Monopoly?
Not so much.
Not so much for me either. It's too long. That's your favorite, biggest complaint, right? It's
yeah,
too long.
Too long. Way too long.
It's too long, and nobody ever gets a trade done in that game.
Because everybody's stubborn.
Everybody wants to be to win. So, but Monopoly Empire, it's pretty fast and simple, right?
Easy.
This game is by Hasbro Gaming. I think it is 2 to 4 players, and it probably takes about 30 to 45 minutes, if that long.
If that long.
If that long. All you're trying to do is fill your tower. I also did a review on this game as well. Go check it out if you'd like. I think this is a hit as well. Your family will really like this game. Go check it out. Monopoly Empire. And you can pick this up at any big box store. Hey, I just want to let you know, I want to thank you for being on here, Andrew. I really appreciate it. And I hope you had a good time.
I did.
All right. And I hope you guys enjoy our 12 games of Christmas that you should get. Go out there, take a look at them. I think that if you get any of these games that we showed here today, you'll have a fun time playing them, and somebody will be happy to get them as a gift. Hey, I appreciate you for watching Calvin's Got Game. Please check us out on the other videos we have. Like it, share it on Facebook, share, comment on it. Hey, give me some feedback. I really appreciate it. Thanks for watching Calvin's Got Game.